Well, hello, girls. Me again. That time of the weeks are getting faster and faster, or is it just me? But please tell me that it's not just me. How are we all doing? I want to welcome the new ladies to the group. It's great to have you on board. It's Monday, the 16th of May. Roughly, let's see, no roughly about it, it's 10 to 7, just home from Monday evening's class, and I do hope we are all safe and well. Those that are on holidays, enjoy. Those that couldn't be with us, get well soon. Lots of occasions in the group. We have retirements, we have christenings, we have weddings, we have hen parties. So enjoy the occasion, but you know it's a typical Irish that we let things go on for 2 or 3 days. So it's making the right choices, as I shared in a message in the group. And remember, just a few members have said to me lately, and probably more so this week, I'm going to give it a break. I'm going to give up. It's just not working. You know that I'm always honest and I'm as straight as a die, and I don't cover things up. That's why I like addressing things. So when we feel like giving up, learn to rest and not to quit. That's important. Have that rest, not to quit. When we quit, we're quitting on ourselves, and to me that's the last resort. Other people can give up and say, oh, you're always on a diet, you're always on a programme. But when we give up on ourselves, to me that is last straw. And usually I'll always ask, where are we going, or what are we doing? Are we going to do something different? Because I want to know if there's something better, easier, quicker out there. I'll be there doing it, and I'll be sharing it with everyone in the group. Be patient. When we get impatient, learn to rest and not to quit, because unfortunately when we quit, the scales goes up, the problem gets bigger, weight goes on, clothes get tight, and then it's harder and harder to tackle mentally. Buy out the opportune time for you. Like this morning's message, buy out the rest this year for you. We've 6.5 months left. We've 2 weeks left in May to make a difference. It is never too late to make a change. Pull ourselves up, get ourselves together, back on track. New day, new week, new dawn. Really, really important to focus on ourselves, and make that time for you is key. Fantastic weight loss so far this week. Anyone that did the detox, well done. Anyone that didn't do it, that's no problem. Don't feel that you have to do it, and don't feel that, like some members have said, I'm not going to come to class this week, I didn't do the detox. That's absolutely fine. That was only there as an option. If members wanted to add £5, it is there. Do it any week, anytime you want. If you don't want to do it, that's also absolutely fine. Next week's talk is really important that everyone gets to group, because I will only have the information next week. I will not be keeping handouts for the following week, so it's a little like the detox, because the information is going to be covered. So basically it's going to be options on the programme for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and also snacks in there. So 8 to 10 options each. Good just to vary it up. So it's not a detox, it's just options of what we can have on the plan. So there will be that handout there for everyone for next week. So there'll be no talk up on the wall as normal, because you are going to get a take home copy of it. Any feedback, please let me know. I hope that we're all still enjoying the group. Really important to commit. Decide, commit and succeed this week, okay? You've all got it, and I have your back. If I can do it, and if Sam can do it, you can definitely do it. We have each other's back. We just need to get in the zone and prioritise ourselves and make the plan, not to leave our weight loss a chance from week to week. Make that difference in between. Throw yourself in the deep end this week. Give the programme 100% and see what you get back out next week. That is key. As the end of this talk is going to explain, make one change this week. So that one change, there's no point in taking on 2 or 3 things, and I'm being real here because that's life. Take on one thing, so it could be keeping the food diary. If you're round off keeping the food diary and you don't want to do it, I would recommend watching portion size. But key for me this week, with the warmer getting much warmer, today is so humid, is to make sure you're drinking your 2 litres. Be absolutely sure when I ask you, are you drinking your water, you're saying definitely 2 litres a day, if not possibly 2.5. Obviously no more than 3, because we can't actually drink too much water and flood our organs. Now, this week's talk, reasons why you're not losing weight. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why am I not losing weight? I'm following the programme, I'm going to class every week, I'm getting weighed, I'm interacting in the group. What am I doing? Sometimes you might say, what am I doing wrong? It's not necessarily what you're doing wrong. It's not, let's say, the takeaway or the bar of chocolate or the bottle of wine. It's usually a small series of events, a small chain of events that happens in there. Sometimes we just take our eye off the ball. Really, keeping the food diary is where I come in and I can help you. So it's that extra bit of help, and you get committed to handing me in the food diary. Then I can advise on little things that's there. I'm not looking at the takeaway or the bottle of wine. I'm looking at the bigger picture in there of what's happening from week to week. So these are a couple of reasons. I hope that we can relate to them. Maybe take the ones on board that we might need. Number 1, your sleep schedule is off. So the HSE again are targeting sleep. They are classifying this as the next pandemic, because we are not getting enough sleep. We are the most obese country in Europe now. Tiny little Ireland, it's really hard to believe. Sleep schedule is off, so it is important to make sure we're getting 6 to 8 hours sleep a night. Not to dismiss it as that I'm never a great sleeper, I haven't been great. You need to tackle why. Speak to your doctor. Speak to me. I will help where I can. Where I'm trained to help, I will advise. But I would always advise consult your doctor, because they will know your history and your family history and medication and different things. My personal recommendation is a little bit of mindfulness before we go to sleep. Have no phones, have a downtime, a quiet time, a little like what we do with babies, what I do with Riyadh, have that quiet time, bath, relaxing, lavender, all that is in there. The cumin powder that we have in Club is also great because that's a natural remedy for sleep. It takes 10 days because it's natural to work into the system. But sleep is one of the top 5 points for weight loss. When you're asleep, that's when your body rejuvenates itself, repairs itself, your dry skin, your eyelashes, everything gets repaired, because we're not snakes. I hope we're not snakes walking around that the dry skin is falling off as we walk. That all happens. And as I said in the class, sometimes you might shake the bed sheets in the morning and say, oh, it's loads of dead skin or a load of dust. That has to happen when we're asleep, okay? Really, really important for that recharge. Like when we plug into phones, we can't be at the phones, we leave them on charge. You have to recharge yourself, and sleep is really key. Number 2 then is you don't drink enough water, so that is really key. I want you to really be sure, girls. Sometimes I might ask the question, are you keeping your food diary? You might say to me, no, I didn't keep one this week. My next question then is, are you drinking enough water? You've 28 feet of intestine, 6 in the upper, 22 in the lower. It's so important to keep that flushed on a daily basis. Imagine not flushing the toilet for a day. It wouldn't be very nice. So that's why it's really important. Be sure when I say, are you on your water intake, you say to me, definitely 2 litres. Not, yeah, I have about 3 bottles that's this size. I don't know what that size is, and I'm saying that with the height of respect. I want you to be sure that it's definitely your 2 litres of water, and ideally your fat buster drink. The members who have done it in the group, even tonight on Monday, are members who lose more weight, okay? Number 3 then is that you wait too long to eat, so you have long gaps. So you might kind of have your breakfast, if you don't really feel hungry around lunch, so you might have a little bit of fruit, maybe yogurt. Then when you come home, you're ravenous, so anything goes. While the dinner's on, you're picking after your dinner, because you have to let yourself go too hungry, and you're running on empty, so your blood sugars are spiking. You should eat little and often, no longer than the longest now being 3 hours of a gap between eating, because then your body perceives that you're starving, so therefore it'll hold on to everything as fat, and you would end up putting on weight. So eat little and often, because sometimes if we skip a meal or we pull back a little bit, we'll compensate another time of day when our time is. So for me, it'd be nighttime if I was going to do that. So just to be aware of that one. Number 4 then is you eat out too often, or it could be at delis, or it could be takeaways. You might notice with delis, I know a particular deli that's coming to mind, and it's not a breakfast rush or a lunch rush, it's an all day rush, okay? And those chicken fillet baguettes, jambon, sausage rolls, you name it, it's all in there. Sometimes you might hear people ordering salad bowls, but ordering coleslaw and egg mayonnaise, that's all food that's really high in fat, but we think because it's a salad bowl that it's a healthy option. So eating out too often, because we're out of lockdown and we're socialising and mixing more, which is great, but I want us to make the right choice, because as the message went out during the week, it is all about choice, and it's our choice, what choices that we make. So to make the right choice there, if you're eating out, let's say twice in the week, let one of those be your absolute treat, and then the next one, maybe contact me and say, this is the menu, what's my best option here for me to stay on track. It's important to reach out for that. Number 5 then is sit all day. That's one that I used to struggle with when I worked in the solicitors full time from 9 to 5, sitting at my desk all day. I used to have my lunch at my desk. That was my secret eating. Everyone would go out. That was my haven to sit there, because I didn't like eating in front of people, because I felt that they were saying, that's why she has a weight problem, because she's always eating, even though, you know yourself, it can be all in the mindset. So we're sitting all day, so it could be that you're standing all day in the job, and this might be a job you've done for years, 5 years, 10 years, but if your body's used to that, you'll need to put something different in there. So for every 20 minutes that you sit, you should be standing for 8. Okay, that's how important it is. All the vital organs need to just keep the blood flowing properly. Number 6 then, you overdo the alcohol. Sometimes are we in the right group when we talk about alcohol? But it is relevant. It's relevant. It's part of life, so we need to address that. So remember that all alcohol is a carb, and really why that's in there, alcohol sales are still really quite high. I know we're Irish and we live in Ireland, but it is still quite high, and that's a follow on from the pandemic, because a lot of people that would only maybe have a drink at the weekend or a drink when they socialise, it now became, let's say, socially acceptable to have a glass of wine every day with your dinner, because we weren't allowed out, we were on lockdown, we didn't maybe have to get up as early, and that's something that has now continued, that habit. So just to make sure that we watch that and address that, you're allowed 11 units of alcohol a week on top of the programme as women, but be aware that all alcohol is a carb. So 11 units is what we're allowed. Number 7 then, stress gives you snack attacks. Momentarily it's lovely and it seems to relieve the stress, but then 5 minutes after it adds to the stress and it adds to the problems. So be in the moment. To ground yourself is really key. Have your face mask, have your bobbin, have an elastic band, have something on the wrist, and when that hand goes out, give yourself that little shock just to ground yourself and bring yourself back in as to why that hand is going out. So deal with the stress, tackle the problem rather than adding to it is really my message there on number 7. Number 8 then is you make quick food decisions. So we're not getting planned. We leave it to chance. or else we let ourselves go too hungry and then we reach for anything that goes. So it is about getting planned, it's getting prepared, and not leaving our weight loss to chance. That is really key. You have to put that time in, buy out that opportune time for you. Number 9 then is your word, exercise of food. Did it for about most of my late teens, adult life. I used to go to the gym, do 300 till the machine said I burn 300 calories on each machine, come home and do the accounting and look at labels and different things. Never worked out, only ended up putting on weight, turning myself off a gym. You can't exercise your way out of poor nutrition. Exercise helps with mood, so therefore we want to continue our weight loss journey, and also helps tone. But we can't exercise in the expectation of losing weight. 80% is food intake, 20% is exercise. So not your reward says go for a walk along the seafront or go for a long walk and then come back and have a bag of crisps or share a bag of chips on the way home. Really, really to watch that. So your motto this week is you must make change to see change, and I want everyone in the group to make one change this week to be successful on the scales next week. Let's continue our journey together. 2 weeks left in May to make this difference. The power is in your hands. Well done to everyone. I hope everyone has a great week. Big hugs and kisses to all, and please stay safe even. Have a great week, everybody. That's my troopers. Keep on going, my soldiers. Bye. Mwah.